The first Democratic debate is rapidly approaching, and here are a few of the things that I would like to see and would not like to see at this debate. Now, we've had a couple of Republican debates, and I have no good reason to believe that the people putting on the debate, those moderating the debate, will try to produce a superior product in terms of what it delivers to the viewers. But I think that the candidates have some control over this. They can choose to respond to questions in a certain way to not give in to the pressures that that CNN and other companies will put on them to snipe at each other, to bicker with each other, to endlessly attack each other's records. You know, Bernie Sanders attacking Hillary Clinton attacking Les if he gets in. That sort of thing doesn't actually have to happen. So what I would like to see is I want Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton to be able to sit up on that stage and whoever else is there and to show this is not a sideshow. Okay? The Republican debate already is ridiculous, but it can be made to look even more ridiculous if the Democrats show that they're the responsible people in the room, that they are not just interested in boasting about their wealth and attacking each other, that they're interested in fixing the problems that Americans face, and before that even, showing that they actually understand the problems that Americans face. The Republicans talk about a lot of problems, but they're simply hyped up by Fox News. Most Americans don't have to worry day to day about ISIS or if gay marriage is going to destroy America. These sorts of issues are actually non-issues that are simply given a lot of attention by candidates who are hoping to distract from the real issues. So if Bernie Sanders gets up on the stage and he lays out his socialist-inspired economic plan for America and talks about how it will actually benefit the poorest in America, the middle class in America, if he can lay that out, then the people watching it, hopefully, if they can push past the tendency that they have towards boredom and say, oh my God, this would make it better. I don't have a job. This would help me get a job. I pay too much in taxes, even though I make very little. He would actually help me out in terms of that. That I see in the news all of these stories about corporations being able to get away with almost anything in terms of polluting the environment and hurting their workers and things like that. He would actually try to control that in some way. These sorts of specific policy proposals, I think regular people will be able to see how it would actually benefit them. And Hillary Clinton recently, she announced earlier today that she is going to push for taking away the liability insurance protection for gun manufacturers. Now, I don't know if in 2 weeks there probably will be a massacre in 2 weeks, so maybe we will still be talking about it. Maybe we'll still be talking about Oregon. But I think that people, especially the Democratic voters, are starting to see, wait, this is insanity that we have this system. And yes, it is actually impossible to take away 300 million guns from regular people, but there might be some way in terms of requiring insurance either for individuals or for the gun manufacturers that could help to avoid some of the extremes that lead to the massacres that we see. I'm coming up with these particular policy proposals sort of at random, but you get what I'm saying, that they could actually lay out a positive agenda for America. Now, that doesn't mean that it's going to happen. I think that Hillary Clinton is more likely to attack Bernie Sanders than vice versa. I think that she's going to try to paint him as some sort of ideological extremist, even though on a lot of issues they're not that far apart. But I think that she might do that, and I hope that she doesn't, because the Republicans are showing themselves to be absolute chuckleheads and absolute clowns. And I think that people are becoming increasingly primed to see that. So if Bernie Sanders and Hillary Clinton can avoid attacking each other and instead show that the Republicans actually have no answers and that they're not qualified to lead, that they would lead us into future wars if they were to become president, then I think that they can both come out of it looking better. Now, I don't have any particular interest in Hillary Clinton coming out of this looking better, unless she significantly changes her position on certain issues. But I don't want the Democrats to lose out on this opportunity to once again turn the conversation in the media towards them. We've seen reports recently that show that Republicans are getting something like 3 times as much press coverage right now. And why wouldn't they? They have the debates. They have the news coverage that comes out of it. This is the Democrats' chance to take back some of that. And I really hope that the moderators can avoid the urge to just, well, they said this about your record. Would you like to attack them? Well, Bernie Sanders implied that your policy... I don't want that. If it's actually about the policy, then that's fine. If it allows the candidates to compare what they would do, or what they have done in the past, then that's fine. But we saw at the last debate, man, it's just, oh, they said this about you, and then they just snipe and bicker, and it doesn't do anything. It's entertaining, perhaps, but it doesn't do anything for America. And so I've sort of laid out what I would like Bernie and Hillary and the other candidates to do, and and I've laid out what I would hope that the moderators would not do, but I'm interested in what you think. This is the first Democratic debate. We're not going to get that many. What do you want to see in this debate? What are you hoping that the candidates and the moderators avoid doing, perhaps based on our experience with the Republican debates so far? Let me know down below.